Okay, he's going first. What we got over here? Ruins and spoils. Those are for Marauder. Okay, we've got a 3/4 with shelters. Let's take a look at the board. Attacks Jester, Marauder, Scrying Pool. That's it. Okay, trashing. We've got Develop. But there's Poorhouse. So you can't reduce your deck size with Develop. That's awful. So ruins are a big deal then. Now the thing is, Scrying Pool can draw past a lot of ruins, so I mean that's also a thing. But Wandering Winder chokes on them. Jester. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of interaction with ruins on this board, and it's difficult to say precisely what they're going to do to you. Let's go through it, shall we? Ruins are bad. I don't want them. On the other hand, they're sort of defense against Jester. Their Menagerie sort of helps. And Scrying Pool sort of helps. But Wandering Winder and Develop are hurt by them. Because of Poorhouse. Okay. Anyway, I want to give him Ruins, I think. That's a thing I want. Village, we've got Wandering Winder. Draw, we've got Scrying Pool, Menagerie, Laboratory. Plus buy, Pawn. Yeah, Pawn. That's good. And Poorhouse is a pretty good payload. Yeah. So we want to junk him. We want to, well, we can't thin. We want to junk him, and we want to draw all the cards. Now, Develop can help you increase your action density, because you can develop your shelters into Pawn and Ruin. Yeah, about that. I mean, maybe the Ogi for that, but that's awful. And you can develop your coppers into Poorhouses, which you kind of sort of want. So, like, a Develop could be okay, but I don't think I want to open with it. So what do I open with? Well, it's either going to be Potion going for Scrying Pools or Marauder to junk him. And then we try not to buy treasure cards. But I think I might get a silver. Do I want a silver? I don't think I want the silver. I don't think I want it. I'd rather have a pawn. I want Marauder. And this is a weakness in my game. I don't know the power level of Scrying Pool and how that translates into how important is it to me to open Potion instead of Marauder on this board. There's so many interactions that it's really hard to gauge that. So I'm not comfortable with this board. Well, she can't say no would be saying, just go for Scrying Pool. Just do it. And you open Develop. What do I get here? I still don't think I want to develop. What I really want to get is a silver, but I think that's not wise. Menagerie? Pawn? I think next shuffle I'll get a Develop. Ooh, I get to use Pawn for its strongest ability. Four. Do I get the Marauder now? Or do I get a Wandering Winder? There's synergy between Wandering Winder and Scrying Pool. Am I really going to ignore Marauder because of Scrying Pool? I don't feel so good about that. He's moving so quickly, and that implies that he has some idea what he's doing, which is I don't have that. I don't know what I'm doing. Scrying Pool, and I guess I want a Poorhouse. I think I want it. I think I'll card action here. I would like to get a develop at this point. But not over a Wandering Winder. I have to put that back. I don't have a choice. I have to get lots of Scrying Pools. Poorhouse for the lulls. Scrying Pool. And he's skipping a lot of my good cards. I didn't get to skip any of his. Sad day. I need to prioritize develop. I want the treasures out of my deck because of Poorhouse, yeah, and Scrying Pool. So that's a thing. I need to do that post haste. I feel like he just has more good stuff than I do. There we go. Yeah, let's trigger that reshuffle like a freaking boss. Okay, the Poorhouse is negative money, so we won't be playing that. Good job, Adam. I can do card buy. Card buy? Yeah. Scrying Pool, develop, pawn. If I'm drawing enough, I'm going to develop Potion into develop and probably lab. Because I don't think Jester's going to really be significant anymore. So I can develop multiple things this turn. But I suspect he'll be getting the last Scrying Pool. this turn, and then the potion will be useless. Ruin Village is probably the best ruin you could hope to be on top, because it's non-terminal. Wait a second, why am I saying that? You can just not play Ruin Village. Yeah, that's the worst ruin no matter what. And piles are getting low here. Gotta be careful. Pawns are the plus buy, they give you pile control. Come on. I mean, I should do this now, so the poorhouse is worth something. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. 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 But I'm out of villages. What? How do I have all this crap in my discard? Did you discard everything you saw? Oh, I skipped things with Wandering Winder. That's what happened. Okay, well that's terrible. Well, let's develop this potion, because it's not good for anything, and get a lab and a develop on top of the old Dekaruski, and then I think we just need to get a province trashing this here hovel, yeah? Yeah. And I need to be careful about my terminals, because I only have 2 Wandering Winders and a Necro. So I need to be a little more careful about playing terminal pawns. I mean, it didn't burn me that turn because I'm good at this game, but I need to make sure it doesn't burn me in future turns when I perhaps decide to not be good at this game. 2 coppers in his hand. He's got 4 in his deck. 4 coppers. He drew everything. Using only 4 scrying pools. Okay. Might take me a minute here. Yeah, I would be taking a minute if I was in your shoes. How many pawns have you played? 0? How many pawns do you have? Pawn. 2, 3, 4, 5, So you can have 6 buys and another gain with develop. I mean, you can't end it on a win this turn. If you can't end it on a win this turn, then I have to believe the best thing you can do is full green. And probably develop that potion. I mean, the potion is just completely dead and it makes your poorhouses worse. So that's just a thing you want to do. And you can actually get good stuff for it, right? You can get a second develop, which gives you pile control, and a lab if you want, or maybe a jester if you're desperate for money. But, I mean, you've got poorhouses, so I don't think you want that. I think lab is more important to keep your deck viable while it greens. So yeah, and that's a great thing to start with next turn, so you can like develop that and just go for full green, which I think is single province. Just so we're being clean here. Okay, what's this? You developed a potion into Menagerie and Jester. Well, those were not the cards I thought you were going to get. You skipped a copper and junked me a little bit. That was annoying. I can understand Jester on 5, but Menagerie on 3 instead of Develop. Well, maybe you don't have that many targets left in your deck. But Develop is still pile control. With the piles the way they are, I would still want a second Develop. Maybe you felt like you didn't have the terminal to play it, but I would still prioritize that over Jester. I mean, you can still develop... Well, I guess you can develop a Menagerie into Wandering Winter Pawn if you want to. That's a thing you can do. Province Dookie? Oh, that's aggressive. You were probably tracking my deck, yeah. 3 pawns, 2 develops. So in theory, I could actively take a tie here, which I'd probably want to do if given the chance. Yeah, let's play Wandering Winters first. I mean, look at that. Wandering Winter's so good. No. Alright. We've shuffled. Shuffling is a good thing to do sometimes. Yeah, I think we need to draw a little more. There we go. That's good. I need to just play all the scrying pools. There we go. That's what I like to see. I needed that second develop. Okay. Let's just think for a minute here. How many gains do I have? Let's say I develop I've got 2 develops, I've got 3 pawns. I could take each of the pawns for a buy, develop coppers into poorhouses, and I could pile out. Now, I would really like to have an estate. You know, that's pretty good, but I don't have the gain for it. It doesn't appear that I do. Unless I can, say, develop a poorhouse into estate and a 0. Then I'm just giving up a gain. I mean, I'm not gaining something that drives the game towards its conclusion. Oh, are there other things I can develop that help me here? Can I get 5 Wandering Winders? I'm pretty sure I can't. I think my best option here is to just take the tie. Play the 3 pawns for buys, develop 2 coppers into poorhouses, buy 4 poorhouses, and just take the tie. I'm second player, yeah. And I feel like that's, yeah, second player. I feel like that's best. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't have played that lab. Develop pawn into develop poorhouse. Magically draw the develop. Well, that's I can guarantee draw the develop. Hold on. Is this is not any better than? Let me play this out. Develop pawn into develop poorhouse. Play pawn for card buy. Draw that develop. Develop the copper into poorhouse. I mean, I'm giving up a develop. I'm giving up a develop gain and a pawn gain to get a poorhouse gain and another develop gain. I don't net anything there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't actually win here. And given that, I'm pretty sure I want to take the tie. Yep, I'm happy with this. A second poorhouse? Oh yeah, second develop. I did get a second develop. That's a thing that happened.